The Vietnam War was truly a war like none other, as this was the very first war which had full media involvement. This means that people back at home could watch the war unfold before their very eyes.
This episode of Lost Productions.
We will be traveling around the city, asking people their opinions on the Vietnam War. Let's roll out. The media started off quite tame in the earlier stages of the war, with the basic warfare-esque things to report, until fantastic news arrived regarding the Long Tan in 1966. Things were looking to go well and swift as the home front cheered on. Alright guys, we are right outside the property of our first interviewee. This man is openly against the Vietnam War and is a local in the protest community. Let's go inside. Alright, let's go on in. Whoa, can we come in? Hey, is everything all good?
Yeah, bro, come on in. Welcome to my crib.
Can we sit down somewhere or?
Yeah, bro, come. Just take a seat anywhere, bro.
That looks expensive. So, where did all this hatred for the war come from?
Dude, like communism and stuff, bro. Like, I don't know, man. But like, look at the kids, bro. It's not fair, man. Like that orange like stuff is like all over them, bro. And they're like dead and stuff. Like their faces and stuff are like so jacked up, man. Like they're like dead, like not alive, bro. That's like so whack to think about, man. It's just, it bums me out, bro. Like bring them home, bro. Any of you guys out there, like, just, it's not worth it, bro. Like, why can't we all just, like, love each other and, like, live and be one with the earth and stuff, man?
Alright, so,
What a pretty tree. God, bro.
Alright,
I wish
so,
my fellow comrades could watch this with me.
It said on the application form that that you're a local in the protest community. What kind of protest do you go to?
Dude, I like go to all sorts of like, you know, protests, like Save the Whales, you know. Sorry, you know, like the trees as well, you know, bro, and like mainly like for the war and stuff, man. I'm so against like it's like murder, man. Like what for? Like why can't we all just chill and like be in our element and stuff, you know? Like the babies are like they're like dead, man. And they're killing trees as well. Like I don't know what to think of it. Like, bro, it's so not cool, man.
I understand your uncle was fell victim to conscription, right? He's over in Vietnam right now.
Dude, like my uncle, man, he's like the most chill dude I know, and he's like, he doesn't even like war and stuff, man. It's just like,
It's unfair, isn't it?
yeah, man, he just wanted to live his life, you know, man. It's like kind of annoying.
Well, thank you for your time, man. We're gonna head off, isn't that right? Hey, wait, what are you holding? 2 years later, during the Tet Offensive, which were devastating attacks between January and September on American-occupied icons in South Vietnam, the people back home were starting to feel a bit off after seeing the violence and wrong in the clips and photos of the attacks. In the war itself, the Tet Offensive is said to be the turning point, and it certainly was the beginning of a turn to the public view of war. Alright, so we're at our next destination, at Belmont Station. The guy here, it was a veteran in the Vietnam War, and now he's homeless. Let's go check it out. Alright, let's head on in. Whoa! Hey. Why do you have a gun? Hey, are you...
That's my friend Papa. We served back in Nam.
Oh, does he bite?
Yeah, you should be fine. Just approach him slowly.
Does he talk?
Not really. He's a silent fella. He hasn't talked since Nam. Come over here, mate. Papa gets a little scared.
So, tell me a bit more about that arm of yours. How'd you lose it?
I lost it in a booby trap.
Ah.
In Nam. You know where Nam is?
Yeah.
That's in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I came back here, they treat me like a monster. Like I was the one killing them babies.
You did kill a baby, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't kill anyone. I did not kill a single baby. I'm not a monster. They made as if I had a choice to go serve in Nam. Well, listen, I didn't. And now they portray me like I'm some monster. Me and Papa are kicked out of our own homes. We don't have nowhere to live no more. We're here, living in an abandoned train station. Just me, him, that lawn chair, and that sleeping bag. We ain't got nothing.
What were you before? You went to war.
I had me wife, I had me kids, and I had me Bunnings Snags store. Used to sell Bunnings Snags.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the? This little crowsman's taking me food. Piss off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're saying you're not a baby killer.
I ain't a baby killer,
All
but
right.
I need that for food.
I see. Before the Battle of Long Tan, artists such as Bob Dylan, Phil Ochs, and Barry Maguire had released hit songs which clearly stated their position against the war. But as it was the early stages of the war, there were little people who actually would listen to the song and try to understand it. It was not until the later years that people would turn to these songs for what they were meant to be. 1967 was a big year of protest music, and a great year for protest in general. The people back home had finally had time to dwell on the war and the horrible violence used, and came to the conclusion that war is and always was horrible. Factors such as Agent Orange that began usage in 1961, and the violence to the civilians they had now bear witness to, were the most probable triggers for the realizations and bursts of sudden protest. A song released by John Lennon named Give Peace a Chance, released in June 1969, was sung by 500,000 people at a rally against Richard Nixon regarding the Vietnam War in that year's November. This, along with the long string of songs released between 1968 and 69, pressured the American military immensely, as many young people, people in general, would be molded by these songs in the coming years despite the military's effort in creating their own songs and movies glorifying the war. Alright guys, we made it out of the city, now we're on the actual battlefield in Vietnam. I'm joined here with Private Blake and Private Scott. So, Private Scott, what are we doing out here today, huh?
Holy mackerel! Private Scott! Get down! Get down!
So, while I have you in the action, whoa. Can you give me a rundown of the operation here?
Those Viet Congs, they know this place like the back of their hand. We're only 18, goddammit. We're still young.
Are you
This
aware
isn't fair.
Are you aware that everyone back home literally hates you?
What?
Damn, do you need a bandage for that? You got shot straight through the stomach.
Damn it! I ain't gonna die like
Oh! Things didn't go well for the US military in the next 4 years, as on the 27th of January 1973, they were forced to sign a ceasefire with North Vietnam because of the dying support, the people's hatred for the war, and the fact that the Americans were not doing well in general. Thus being said, the final US combat troop left Vietnam soil on the 29th of March of the same year,